Hey. Chance. No. No. She gets like this. Yeah, this isn't the right tool. So we have a border collie today. This is Chance. And Chance does not do well with strangers. And I've had a couple of sessions with Chance and she has made some improvement, but today we're going to bring her back, spend the day with her, and we're going to have her meet Goose. We're going to put Goose to work today. So now normally Chance apparently is very anxious in the car, and she usually drools a lot, which is why we have the towels. However, she's doing pretty good here. I did have a dog once named Taco, and it was funny. He was very anxious in the car, and he drooled so much that he left a puddle of drool in my front seat. But by the end of the day, when I took him home, he was completely calm in the car. So I was hoping I'd get her kind of drool. Oh, you know what? She is drooling a little bit. There's a little moisture on the door there. Okay, yep, there it goes. So my goal for the end of the day, and I'll probably take her for another ride midday, is to eliminate this the car anxiousness, the drooling, and see if we can get her calm in all contexts. Now, Chase is one of those dogs that she acts very defensively in the presence of strangers. You know, she'll bark, she'll lunge. She's never bitten, but she behaves as if she would. And I think in the right context, she would bite, but that is her last resort. She really doesn't want to do that. You know, a lot of this stems from insecurity with a dog like this. So we're gonna see how she does today. All right, come on, girl. Come on. Yeah. Okay. Nope. Just like I thought. Here, just stay standing. Just let her come smell you. Right here, kneel down. Don't look her in the eye, though. No? Okay. I'm not going to make her. But she's not freaking out and barking and lunging at you. But you see how that little movement startled her a little bit. All right, that's all I wanted to see. Thank you. All right, let's go. Let's go meet Goose. All right. You gotta pee. Chance. Let's see how Goose greets you. She may give you a warmer greeting than she usually does, but we shall see. Hey, girl. Let's see what she does here. Goose will tell us a lot about Chance. Hey. No. Come here. Yeah, she was about to pee. And it may have been a stress pee. It's possible, but it doesn't matter. She needs to know that it's not acceptable. Can't pee in the house. You gotta pee out here, Chance. But you see her body language, you know, she's really uncomfortable. Okay, let's try that again, girl. Come on, let's try that again. I don't want you peeing in the house though, okay? Try that again. Okay. Come here, Chance. Come here. Excellent. I don't want you going in there. Okay. What do you think, girl? What you think? What you think? Come here. Come here, Chance. Come here, girl. Very good. Very good. Where'd you pee? Okay, right there. I'll remember that. See the avoidance. Which is fine. Goose is actually giving her about the greeting I thought she'd give her. You know, it's the dogs that come in with that challenging demeanor or that kind of that little chip on their shoulder where she corrects them or disciplines them right away as soon as they walk in the door. But I figured with an insecure dog like Chance, she would have a different reaction. And she is. Yes, very good job. So we're just going to let Chance get a lay of the land here. What you think, girl? I know. You're going to help me out today. You're going to help me out today. Ooh, I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry. Okay, you hear Chance growling? Now, listen, not all growling is the same. So Chance growling in that context is saying, I'm very uncomfortable. Because you see, Chance is not challenging Goose, right? So that growl means something different in this context with this particular type of dog. Now you see, Goose respected it. Goose is like, all right, cool. Right? There's this narrative I hear where people assume all growling means the same thing. No. Depends on the context, depends on the dog. You know, a dog growling at you over a bowl of food is not the same kind of growl what Chance just did. Two totally different things. Do you see how careful Goose is being? Goose, she gets it. Goose knows. That's why Goose isn't making any sudden moves. Right, Chance? Goose ain't making any sudden moves. She's not disrespectfully invading your space. But I would also expect Goose to. You know, Goose has very good social skills. It doesn't surprise me at all. Now, the first thing I want to do with them is we're going to go for a walk. So, well, I'm going to clean up the pee real quick. And then we're going to go for a walk. Okay, girlfriend? Nice job. So we're going to spend a little time at the park here. can see if I can get a chance to just open up a little bit. You know, give her a little time. Get acquainted with Goose in a neutral setting, and we're gonna see if we can get a little bit of play going. When you have an insecure dog, right, everything else still applies in terms of we still need to take an authoritative approach. We still need to make sure power dynamics are aligned. There are still rules and boundaries we have to enforce, and usually the insecurity is due to a lack of those things. But we also need to build confidence and self-esteem within the dog. And contexts like this are a great way to do that. Especially when I have a dog like Goose. Goose is she's gonna speed run this process. Now, that's a private moment, right? We'll give her that. I'll go pick that up in a second. I can edit that out. But we're gonna see how Chance does. You know, especially when I got to get her back on the leash. Is she going to avoid? Is she going to run? Likely. But we're going to make it so that she doesn't feel the need to. Oh, Goose, now you're going. Right? You see her, you see the body language. She's already starting to open up here. Tail's coming out before it was completely tucked. Looks like a much more comfortable dog now. You see she doesn't want to, right? Good girl. She didn't want to challenge Goose over the ball. Which is fine. I don't expect her to challenge Goose over anything. Right, Goose? Right? What you think, girl? That looks like a much more comfortable dog. Hey, go get it. No? Not interested, huh? Interesting. You just want to take it all in, huh? That's fine. You can just take it all in. Yeah. This is about what I did with Taco, though. Taco had the same issue where I have footage of him. There were certain things I wish I had recorded. But Taco was one of those where, you know, he was living with some elderly people, and Taco would run and nip the guests when they walked in, and it was stressing Taco out. But when I took him back to my place, I got a completely different dog. He was showing insecurity, but there was nothing, he wasn't taking that leadership role, so he wasn't attacking anybody. And he was attacking every stranger that walked into their little apartment. So I'm already seeing the same change with Chance. Like she didn't show that side of herself to my brother. You know, and this is why I do stuff like this. This is why I remove the dog from their home environments, because I want to see stuff like this. I want to see what is the dog really. You know, I want to get the real dog. Yeah, great job. Great job, girlfriend. Yeah, great job, girlfriend. Yeah. I want to see what's the real dog like, and then I want to work from there. Because what you have is a dog that will typically take, you know, if there are certain things missing from the relationship dynamic between her and her owners, then you have a dog, and I've said this, you know, in some cases aggressive behavior can simply be because you have an insecure dog who's taking the leadership role, the more dominant position, and that dog is not naturally cut out for that position, so it stresses them out. It puts a stress load on the dog, and it creates a very stressed, anxious, insecure dog, because now the dog believes I have to manage everything, which is what leads to her lunging at strangers and barking at strangers, but she doesn't want to play that role. She doesn't want to be in that position. So when you remove her from, say, her hierarchy, her home hierarchy, and you establish a new one, which is right now is me and Goose, she'll, over the course of the day, we're going to get her settled into her more natural role, which is to be a follower. You know, Goose is a more dominant dog. Goose plays a more authoritative role too, but she's She's the first dog in the house. She's number one in terms of the dogs, but she's number two in the hierarchy, right? I'm number one. So we're going to reestablish the order for Chance. And that will help her feel more secure, because now she knows her place. She's not having to control or manage things that she really doesn't want to control or manage, and she could just settle down and be a dog and follow the group. Now here's what I want to see. Will Chance try to evade if I put the leash on her? Yep. And you see her body language starting to change already. See if I get her. Yep, there we go. Get her to come to me. Excellent. Great job, Chance. Yes, yes. Very good. Very good. Oh, look at that. Very good. You see, Chance doesn't want to challenge Goose. She doesn't want to challenge me either. She's letting me get this back on. See, this would be a context where, say, if she were at home, she would be barking at me aggressively. She would be backing up. She'd be lunging at me. In fact, she was lunging at me when I went to pick her up. I had told her owners to meet me in the front, put her on the leash and gentle lead her, and I'll just take her. And she was lunging at me. But you see how quickly things can change, right? Excellent. And now you see we go right back to her. She's closing up again. But that's okay. It's great information to have.